Considering it just turns into another racing climax, the winner being known as the coolest guy in school because of her father. And so they've got to learn her dark backstory filled with daddy issues to see why she's so against it before the upcoming tournament. You know, I was where Jeji Quintel showcases his structure for an average regular show episode. And it made me realize why I'm not into stick to this formula to a T, with no shakeups or additions that allow it to stand out. Because of that, it causes them to all blend together in my mind. They're not trying anything new and feel so safe. I bring this up because it's something I've noticed them avoiding in these past couple seasons. I feel like if this episode there's a little bit of spice to make each one stand out. I guess all that's to say, I like it.
Do you want the candy or not?
It's got some creepy visuals that I'm sure would scare at least a 4-year-old, but once again, it's so basic and short that, like, the scariest movie ever made that sucks them inside the tip. It's the best one, but that's still not saying much. It's a pretty lame parody of how dumb people act in horror films. What biting satire. This special is only notable for showing us his mum for the first. Rigby screws up Mr. Mallard's big lunch party, to which he sits Benson and him in a room and says by 5 o'clock, one of the two needs to write a letter of resignation. Kinda directionless for me, this could have been a really solid focused episode between the two. It's rare we get to see Benson interact with just a single one of them, but it doesn't feel as if they knew where to go with this. Them finding different ways to leave to just run on the roof, cook hot wings, cool. I like seeing these two interact for me, but I don't think she's beyond saving. I just wish her first episode were something more interesting. You could tell what the twist is right from the beginning. Her continuously getting false leads, all while another employee at the station is constantly expressing how she wants to get the job too. I wonder...
Now get out of here, you crazy kids.
Rigby, I don't know who that is.
It's charming how much effort he's willing to put in for her. I think Eileen was probably the best thing to ever happen to her. Weird. I'm mostly shocked that they spent so much of Season 7 setting up Season 8, with the scientist guys now doing some additions to the house. I wonder what a kid catching an episode like this randomly on TV would think. Other than that though, episode's boring, feels like nothing more than a basic excuse to establish it. Because every threat they face now has to be an alien of some sort, with the most boring fucking alien designs ever conceived. Whereas before they could fight. This is one of the rare entries of the season that actually comes off like regular show in space, hoping for more like this. The crew are all about to graduate from the Spark Initiative. Right as Mordecai and Rigby learn of a new bed to go to another dimension to try find it at a theoretical mall in a Twilight Zone-esque scenario, where they can see all the possible governor, a bunch of baby ducks, gamers never said die, big winner, diary, a regular epic final battle part 1, first day, RDP, brain eraser, muscle woman, bad Mordecai and the Rigbys, cruising, access denied, but I have a receipt. Laundry woes. Codes. This is the part where you go to the comments and let me know what one I missed.
If I were to make I'm gonna need a pair of shears with Unbreaking 3 and Mending, which means it's time to re-roll the Librarian until I can get an Unbreaking 3 enchant. Hopefully that doesn't take too long.
This is going to murder me, right?
I'm just going to place a bunch of these hives, all facing inwards towards the same block, which I'll eventually fill up so they can't escape. I also have to make sure that at least one side of each hive is exposed so the bees can get in. My plan is to build this design on top of itself over and over, stacking more layers until I reach it anyway. After all, the only way to find out if I have enough bees is to downgrade to 1.17 and see if I can pull off the exploit. So, I guess it's time to downgrade to 1.17. The reason I've been putting off the downgrade for so long is that the actual process of doing it is kinda messy. You can't just open up a 1.18 world in 1.17, because if you do, the game won't know how to read any of the block data.
Ah ja, der vom Skikurs.
Ach so, ja genau.
Ja, der war das
ja,
wieder.
ja,
Ich habe keine Ahnung, ich bin Excuse die Anmeldung oder nicht dabei gekommen oder
den kann ich gar nicht erstellen.
Aus? Ich will das rausholen. Wieso? Ich hatte auch einen. Los.
Besser in der Monatszeit oder?
103, 32 Artikel, Und bei der regressiven Nebenwert 3%, das heißt, der Anschaffungswert ist natürlich auch da 6.000. Das übernehme ich auch noch. Die 5 Jahre. Ich sehe nirgends, wo da eine verbundene Zelle gewesen wäre, warum man da ein Problem gehabt hat mit dem. So, und da ändert sich jetzt. Da habe ich durchgehend raus aus dem Unternehmen. Wird entweder kaputt oder wird eingetauscht oder wird halt einfach aus einem anderen Grund verkauft oder aus dem Unternehmen.
Was haben die?
You see what I'm saying? It's identical. It's the fucking same. Then yeah. But yeah, now I feel like the pot is like a perfect example here. Now let's go back. Listen. Lost. Because it was so like woven into like the music that people would just like not understand it. And
Блять, я не с того пальца начал тройку из этого.
I mean, the thing is, I've already completed Osu, so I actually feel like I can be as stubborn as I want now.
the most wanted music.
Gotta remember, it's the 90s too.